Hello guys, welcome to Sports In and Out, and today we'll be focusing on the Champions League and the Europa. But first of all, my name is the real Ken Savage,
And I'm Savage of Lagos,
and we are the media guys. So today I'll give you the rundown on the Champions League games, and the first game I'll be talking about is the game between Barcelona and Benfica that ended 4-1 on aggregate in favor of Barcelona, and then we had Bayern Leverkusen and Bayern Munich. That's the Bayern derby. It ended 5-0 in favor of Bayern Munich, and we had Inter Milan versus Feyenoord, and that ended 4-1 in favor of, on aggregate, in favor of Inter Milan. Then we had Liverpool and PSG. That game went on penalties, and that ended 4-1 in favor of PSG. And Dortmund took on Lille, and that ended in favor of Dortmund 3-2 on aggregate. Then Aston Villa Aston Villa took the win 6-1 on aggregate. Arsenal took on PSV. The second leg ended all square, but Arsenal took the win on aggregate 9-3. And Atletico Madrid took on Real Madrid. That's the Madrid derby, and Real Madrid took the win on penalties 4-2. So
I'll be giving you the Europa rundown before we'll be giving the next quarterfinals fixtures. So Athletic Club played Roma. Athletic Club edged that 4-3 on aggregate. Frankfurt defeated Ajax 6-2 on aggregate to advance. And so Lazio defeated Victoria Plzen 3-2 on aggregate. Bodo Glimt advanced over Olympiacos. That game ended 4-2 on aggregate. Lyon, this was a one-sided game actually. Lyon won FCSB 7-1 on aggregate. Manchester United defeated Real Sociedad 5-2 on aggregate, and Rangers versus Fenerbahce ended 3-3 on aggregate, but went on to penalties where Rangers advanced over Fenerbahce on a 3-2 penalty shootout. Tottenham defeated AZ Alkmaar 3-2.
So I'll give you the next fixtures. That's the quarterfinals fixtures, and Real Madrid will be taking on Arsenal, PSG, Aston Villa, Bayern Munich will be taking on Inter Milan, and Barcelona, Dortmund.
Yeah, and for Europa, Frankfurt will be taking on Tottenham Hotspur, Manchester United versus Lyon, Lazio versus Bodo Glimt, Rangers versus Athletic Club.
So what were your thoughts on the Champions League game? Because we had a controversial game that was between the Madrid derby, that's Atletico Madrid and Real Madrid. The penalties where Alvarez used 2 legs to play the penalty. I think UEFA has taken it to FIFA to change that rule of being lenient on that.
Yeah, we can actually point out that it's Alvarez both Alvarez legs hit the ball. So for all those that have been arguing, making rounds and saying that Alvarez didn't kick the ball twice, it is a rule that once you use 2 legs to touch the ball to confuse the keeper, that penalty cannot be accepted. It can't stand, because I know that the goal was first of all counted, but VAR overturns that, and it's a controversy because people are talking about it, but I believe that UEFA
the UEFA referees actually know more about it. So I think the referee in charge of the VAR actually saw it and deemed it not worthy of standing.
Yeah.
So what do you also think about Arsenal winning in 9-3 versus PSV?
I just believe it is PSV, and I believe they've met their match in the next round. We just mentioned that they will be playing against Real Madrid. So I would like to see them put on their big boy boots and show if they are quality.
I saw an interview where a Arsenal fan was shouting, "Give me Real Madrid, give me Real Madrid." I want to really see what Arsenal will do. Maybe this year might be their year of winning their first European trophy, because they don't have any. They don't have, even the Europa, they don't have it. So let's just see if this year is a year whether they will bottle it like how they bottle the EPL, or they will win it.
Yeah, I think Arsenal should stop focusing on first, second, third, fourth. They should just at least maybe probably finish sixth or seventh, so they can go to the Europa or the Conference League to see if they can even win that.
Yeah.
Not to talk of the Champions League, because to me, I really like Arsenal as a team, and I like Mikel Arteta, but I don't think this Champions League over Real Madrid is not something that they can. That's
a game I really want to watch. And what else? There was one other game that stood out. That's the game between Liverpool and PSG. For me, I would say that game was one game that I was looking forward to. That game, I was very excited seeing PSG actually defeating Liverpool. Not just because Liverpool fans they boast, but because of Barcelona fans and Dembele. Because Barcelona fans and Dembele are not friends.
Yeah.
So you see when Barcelona fans actually banter Dembele, and Dembele is actually doing well for himself. He has a lot of goals in the Champions League this season, and so I'm just happy for Dembele winning, giving them the win for that leg, and actually them winning Liverpool 4-1.
I won't lie. I expected Liverpool to advance. Most especially them having a 1-goal advantage, a 1-0 advantage going into this leg, and PSG eventually scoring 1 goal and taking the game into penalties and winning on penalties. Will you say is it that the Liverpool players can't take penalties, because that game ended 4-1 on penalties?
I won't say they can't take penalties, but yes, I think the players that stepped up for the penalties were not that good enough to play penalties in the Champions League stage.
Yeah. So moving on to the Europa League now, we're going to be talking about basically the only interesting game around town was the Manchester United versus Real Sociedad, where people say arguably it was Manchester United's best game of the season. So we have had some games that we can classify as game of the season. So what do you think about that game?
For me, first of all, I'll just say glory, glory, Man United, and I'll say Bruno Fernandes had a fantastic game. I don't think he has had an hat-trick in a while, or he has had an hat-trick at all in Manchester United.
No, he has.
Okay, he has, but in a while, I don't think Bruno has stepped up the way he stepped up, taking 2 penalties, scoring 2 penalties, and scoring 1 on-field goal. And Dalot actually stepped up as well. Dalot scored a goal. All the players stepped up. Garnacho almost there was a ball where Garnacho had to run to the post and almost kept that ball in. And so I think Garnacho actually stepped up. And Højlund, I won't really say. A lot of people have been saying Højlund had a bad game, but I won't say Højlund had a bad game. I'll just say that probably yesterday wasn't his day, but he had an assist. So what can we say?
Manchester United really played good football yesterday.
Yeah.
Watching the game, knowing that Ruben Amorim's tactics have started working on them, I believe that most of them are playing a disguised football that they want him to believe that they can stay, so that he won't end up selling them by the end of the season. But I believe most of them are really going to leave, because Ruben Amorim needs to bring his tactics in. So Bruno Fernandes, very very good game. I wish Ahmad was back Ahmad would have had a good game against.
But do you think if Ahmad was
Sociedad.
there, we might have scored up to that amount of goals?
Yeah, so we would score more definitely because Ahmad is the kind of player that he creates chances. He just wants to be there.
Yeah.
But I might have not seen Bruno scoring a hat-trick against Real Sociedad, a very good team in the Spanish side.
Yeah, Real Sociedad is a very good team. And one other game that went around was the Fenerbahce game, where Jose Mourinho's team actually won that leg and lost on penalties. It was in the extra time. I think there was a ball. There was a ball that was almost led to a penalty, but Fenerbahce were not giving. I won't really say that if they were given that penalty, maybe they might have scored or maybe they might have not scored, because Fenerbahce actually missed penalties during the penalty shootout. So I can't really say if they even got that penalty, they would have scored it or not. So what do you think about that game?
Yeah, on a penalty given in that kind of moment, the pressure is going. I believe the pressure is going to make the player score, because you can't get to that kind of extra time and not step up. But based on I was really, I was not happy, but I was happy that Fenerbahce was out, because it's one less big team in the league. Manchester United have defeated one less big team, that's Real Sociedad, and Fenerbahce out now. So it leaves us with a couple of teams, and we now know that we can't play Tottenham until the finals.
Yeah.
So
because
of the brackets cannot allow us to play together. So lastly, the last topic of today is going to be on the Conference League. The Conference League also went on, where Chelsea. What do you think about? Does Chelsea still have a chance? Because we now have a team that is now bubbling. We have Anthony in that team. That's Real Betis. Does Chelsea stand a chance of carrying this Europa Conference League home?
Okay, so I would like to just say something. I saw somewhere where they said Manchester United board want to bring back Sancho. I want them to just rethink that and just try to just change their perspective on that.
I know.
But would let me go back to the main topic. So Chelsea were in the Europa Conference League and they are still there. So I think the games they've been playing and the game they are still going to play next is they are still playing small teams. I think when they reach the stage of playing Frankfurt, they reach the stage of playing Fiorentina rather. I think they would step up their game. Because I'm trying to look for that big game, because
Real Betis is
also a big game. We have Anthony, we have
Isco
on that squad. So I would love to see Chelsea reach the finals against a big team.
Against the Real Betis, against
Fiorentina. Yeah. So those, and Fiorentina, this is not their first finals for European.
Yes, they've been making back to back and they've not won.
But I think if Chelsea actually meets a bigger side, I don't see them actually excelling, because playing 1-0 against the team they played last night. Chelsea that wants to win the
and Chelsea, I don't really see big teams in this Conference League. Chelsea are carrying this league like this is a very big deal for them.
When Chelsea qualified for this competition, we actually said that they were going into a secondary school competition.
And Chelsea are really playing it. If you see their fans talk about the Conference League now, it's like
the Champions League.
I'm going to win a European trophy, something like that.
I'll win all three. I'll be the European team with all three. That's the Champions League, Europa, and the Conference.
It's so sad that they are playing against teams that we don't even know their names. I've never heard of some of these teams before. So I think that ends
wraps our today's edition. So If you like our content, please like, share, and subscribe.